Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So, I'm doing something this week that I've never done before. I'm dyeing my hair! So, for those of you who have been giving a shit and watching these videos, y'all know that I'm losing my hair and that I have alopecia and I got spots and just, having a hard time, and I'm switching over to all natural. Now, my hair is dull. It has no color left in it. I got pieces at the end that are like the blonde that I had from throughout the winter is there. It's just not a nice color. It's very dry looking. I got two different colors. Like if you look at the top of my strand is way darker than the bottom. This is just like the color needs to be taken care of. I found a solution. Well, I think I found a solution. So for just a quick background story, I went to school to be a hairdresser. I have experience in dyeing hair. I kind of know what I'm doing, and I kind of know how not to fuck up my hair. So, although I have this experience, there's things that I didn't learn, like henna hair dyes. I've never even used this. I've watched a couple videos. I've done some research online. Never trying to give it a try. So I went with Lush. I found this online. I got the Brun. Keka Brun. It was like roughly $30 Canadian for this. From my understanding, what this is going to do to my hair is it's going to add some shine to it. I might have a little red tinge in the summertime, I might have a little red tinge like during the daytime out in the sun. I got the Brun and not the Noir, and I should have gotten the Noir because I don't know. We're going to try this out though, and we're going to see how it goes. So apparently you put it on, you leave it on for a couple hours, and like over like a period of time, like 2-3 days, like your color continues to oxidize and it gets darker. So the brown is mostly indigo pigments with slight red henna. So I'm hoping that it's not too red and it hangs out more on the brown side. If this doesn't work, what I'm going to do is I'm going to order the Noir, and I'm going to cut the Noir in half, and I'm going to take the other half of this that I have left, because apparently there's multiple uses in this bar, and I'll mix them together and see what happens there, because I don't want to be fully black, but like, yeah. The downfalls to dyeing with henna is messy as fuck. I'm renting right now, so I'm clearly going to need to cover my bathroom in plastic because this shit stains, along with covering my face and my ears in petroleum jelly Vaseline, because that's what I got. I don't have freaking anti-hair dye cream to put on my forehead, so we're gonna go with Vaseline, see how it goes. Wish me luck. Okay, this is super sick. So I took my bar out and I'm like, fuck, I don't have any gloves. I guess I'm just gonna put my hands in like Vaseline or whatever so they don't stain. Behind the thing, there's gloves. It comes with freaking gloves. Like, oh jeez, that's way too cool. So now as you can see, I got this bar. I'm gonna break it like in half. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so now comes this part. I have a pot of water. I'll put a bowl in there. I'm gonna turn it on and I'm gonna let it heat up. Okay, so I got it broken. I got half the bar in there. I put in 3 pieces. It smells super good. So we're just gonna wait for this to melt down, and then I'll transfer it into my hair dyeing container. Okay. So I realized I look crazy. While doing this, I would advise to actually use like a cape over you and not just this, because I'm probably going to get full of marks. But for the sake of this video, I wanted it to be fairly quiet enough so you guys could hear what I was saying. You wouldn't just be hearing with my cape the whole time that I'm trying to do shit. So kind of here, as I was melting it down in the boiler, I added water, and it's like a muddy consistency. I have it sitting over this hot bowl of water just to kind of keep it warm. So I have Vaselined my whole counter. I am standing on an extremely large towel. My face is full of Vaseline and I'm ready to go. Almost. Gotta put my gloves in. I've decided I'm going to start with like the back of my hair here. And then that way. And then I'll do the front last. Put on my doctor's gloves. I was really worried that there wasn't going to be gloves with this. Like, I was honestly just going to stick my hand in the Vaseline jar and just hope for the best. So, thanks, Lush. Alrighty, let's see how... I just realized my fucking TV was playing the whole time that I was talking. So if you guys can hear that, I'm really sorry. Like I said, totally unprofessional. Don't know what I'm doing. Give this video a thumbs up. See how noisy that is? Or maybe it's just me because it's in my forehead. Like, I don't want my ears covered. And just pat it down. Okay, so I'm going to clean up my face a little bit here. My hairline, just so it doesn't stain. Oh, it's actually coming off fairly nicely. Alright, so I'm back. And I just wanted to like do a little break, like a little sit down chat with you guys, just to kind of explain the difference between henna and hair dye, salon hair dye, box hair dye, all that stuff, just so there's no confusion. I don't want to lead anybody in the wrong direction, so let's just jump into it. So when you go to a hair salon, they use peroxide to lift the color out of your hair and then deposit like new color into it, depending what color you're going for. Henna doesn't actually penetrate the shaft itself. What it does is you got like so you got like your hair shaft, and then you got your henna, and henna just like kind of like coats it. So like whatever is coming in at your hair, like if you're straightening it or like applying heat, the wind, you're swimming in a pool with chlorine, it's like a protective armor around your hair shaft. The one thing with henna hair dyes is that it might take a couple applications. So if you got really stubborn grays, it might take a few applications before all your grays are completely covered, because it does, like, it's natural. So it's not going to be a consistent, process or processing system. Especially like different bars, like some hennas might be more creamy, some might be more like chalky. It really depends on the quality, where you're getting it from, and what it is. So it takes a little bit of time for it to fully get into your hair, or onto your hair, I should say. And it's even harder to get off. Most hairdressers won't even touch your hair if they have henna in, because there's not enough studies done to know like how whatever is in your hair from the henna, how it's going to react with, like, let's say you've been dyeing your hair with henna and you want to go blonde. Well, you know, nobody's gonna want to touch that. So if you're planning on like changing your hair colors, don't bother. I chose to use henna hair dye because I want darker hair, and I know henna a lot of the time is mostly reds, orangey colors, depending like what part of the world that they come from. The henna that I got isn't 100% henna. It comes from Lush. It has indigo pigments in it, which come from eucalyptus, I want to say, but I'll like write it down here just to make sure. Which is what gives me like those darker colors. There's also like mixed signals about it that I've been reading. Like some people are saying like, oh, it's healthier for your hair. Other people say it dries out your hair. I guess that again leads back to what kind of henna that you're getting. Personally, my hair feels absolutely amazing. It's like, it's just so, you know, it feels really nice. And my hair's fried. Like my hair is junk because I just did so much to it. And it feels really good. So, to me, so far, I've liked the experience. It actually has gotten, I dyed it yesterday. And this is today. And it has gotten darker. Like I enjoy it. There's not too much of a red tinge to it, which is what I was a little worried about. And I know it's kind of like oxymoron because I'm using henna. But, you know, there's a little science-y behind. I actually still have half of my bar. It only took half the bar to do my hair. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to order the next bar up that's darker, and I'm going to mix that bar with the bar I have now to kind of make my own concoction for the next time that I henna my hair. So, pros. Henna is actually healthy for your hair. It smells great. It's kind of like a protein for your hair. So it doesn't repair your hair because there's nothing that actually really that can repair damaged hair. Like once it's damaged, it's damaged. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. That's just how it is. But what it does is it coats it. So it puts the illusion that your hair isn't damaged, which, you know what, that's good enough for me. Like, I just don't want to go out into the world looking like my hair's fried. And I think I've accomplished that today. The next pro is that it is all natural. So when I put this on my head, I had no fear that I was going to lose more hair. Not whatsoever. Because, you know, people have allergic reactions to chemicals. Now, I'm not saying don't do a strand test because you could be allergic to henna too. Like, you should always freaking test out your shit because you know, like, nobody has personally tested it on your hair, and you're not going to know until you test it. Okay, another pro is that it makes your hair thicker. So if you got super fine hair, that coating that it's putting on, which sounds gross, but it's not. It's actually a nice coating. Makes your hair thicker and like more like, you know, look, voluptuous. So the cons, if you go to a hairdresser and you tell them like, I got henna in my hair, they're not going to touch your hair. And now I'm not telling you should lie, because you should always be honest, because they're going to know. They're going to know what is in your hair the moment they put product in it, and then they're going to be freaking pissed, okay? And then what? And then you're going to be mad because your hair is getting fried off because you lied about what was in it. So just be honest with your stylist. But I'm telling you now, if you're planning on lightening up your hair after you've been putting in henna in it, no stylist is going to want to touch you. The next con is if you got like really dark hair and you want to go lighter, you can't achieve that with henna because it's not actually lifting your color. It's freaking messy. It is so messy. Like I put Vaseline all over my counter and like all of my shoulders and my body because I didn't want to be, you know, like brown patches all over. Like, it is messy. Also, when you're rinsing it out, because you leave it in, so it like starts to like get like crusty up around like your neck, like wherever is exposed to the oxygen, and it is just a mess when you're rinsing it out. Oh my god, it is a mess. Like, it must have taken like half an hour to fully get everything out of my hair. Now, I don't know if I put too much in there. I have no idea, but it was a freaking bitch to get out. Like, yeah. So I'm going to continue to use henna hair dye just because I really enjoyed the experience. The mess and shit was like, whatever. It was worth it. It really was. It was totally worth it. Yeah, that's where I'm at. So, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and leave me a comment down below to let me know what you think. Are you going to dye your hair with henna? Should you dye your hair with henna? Do you have any freaking, I don't know. Just leave me a comment down below. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful week and have yourself an amazing Monday.